However, I have to pee real quick. We're going to get to Ben Shapiro now and see what
Nothing in common. And
his reasonable theories are on this issue, okay? And then we're going to get to some less reasonable theories from the likes of, sitting congresspersons.
As though every blemish on the body politic, every wound is not just a scratch or a scrape on an underlying healthy body. I'll be back. Instead, they're all symptomatic of something that can kill us, which is an underlying conflict. So, for example, there shouldn't be anything in America more unifying than the grief we all feel and share when a crazy person, when a person who clearly is mentally ill, seriously mentally ill, murders innocent people. Like, that is one where that should be pretty unifying, right? We should be all on the same page about this. Evil people are evil. People doing evil things is bad. We all agree on that. Instead, now every time there's a mass shooting, we first determine the politics of the mass shooting, and then we determine how we feel about the mass shooting. So, according to the media, if it's a mass shooting in downtown Chicago on the South Side, like every single weekend, we don't even cover it because that's not news. Because to cover it, especially if it includes black people, and really only if it includes black people, because this is how the media treat it, to cover it would sustain bad notions about race in the United States. We won't even cover it. We'll just pretend that it never happened. It's not newsworthy. If, however, white people get shot in Highland Park in Chicago, the news media will cover that because that's indicative, of course, of a graver American evil, which is, of course, the presence of guns. You can't have that conversation about the South Side of Chicago, can't have that conversation about Highland Park. Because every single wound on the body politic has to immediately polarize, immediately. So this example from Chicago is just an amazing example. So here on this show, because we actually still believe in unity over things like evil people are evil and we shouldn't give them the time of day, we don't mention the names of mass shooters. The entire media not only mentions the names of mass shooters, we show their faces. Every other media outlet I know of, every other major media outlet I know of, reports the names, the agendas, the manifestos, everything they can about these mass shooters, which of course drives other mass shooters to want to get famous and then do it again. And then the media, oh, why is this happening? Must be the guns. Well, maybe you guys ought to take a look in the mirror sometime. We are so meticulous about this that if I accidentally mention the name of a mass shooter from 10 years ago on this program, my editors will go back and cut it at my behest. If we can, if it's not live, right? This is a thing that we do here at the company because we are very careful about this stuff. So I report to you only the things that I think are necessary for you to understand the story. I don't think the name of these mass shooters is a thing that is necessary to understand the story. I don't want them to be
unless they're black, in which case I will do that. And I will talk about their background endlessly and relentlessly, unless they're black or Muslim, in which case I will literally only talk about that and then blame the media for not talking about it and talk about their hypocrisy.
famous. I want them to be obscure and rot in hell where they belong as a general rule. So, in this particular case, the person who is responsible for this horrible mass shooting in Highland Park that killed 6 people and wounded 38 others, this person is obviously an insane person. The reason I say obviously an insane person is because I know that we're not allowed to say this, but if you act like an insane person in society, we can generally assume you're an insane person. Call it the insane person rule. To pretend that this person is not a crazy person is to ignore the evidence of your own eyes. This person posted evidence on social media of how crazy he is. Here is, for example, we're going to show you an extremely creepy video of this person. Okay, this is a creepy video of this person.
Wait, why is he... Wait, didn't he just say is he violating his own rule? Like, why is he violating his own rule? Wait, I don't understand. Did he literally just say, I don't think anyone should talk about the mass shooter?
Simulating a mass shooting in a school. This is an insane person. I don't know. There's no better catch-all term for this. I don't know what form of mental illness this person suffers from. This is not a sane and normal human being. I know we also shy away from the word normal in today's society. Normal meaning statistically normal. This is not a statistically normal human being. There is a normal. This person is not it. Which means that any attempt to politicize this is ridiculous. But here is a video of this person that we're supposed to...
No, it's not. Because he still used the fucking gun, dog. So it becomes a political issue at that point. Like, that's the problem. Motherfuckers are like, don't politicize this, don't politicize it. It's like, bro, what do you mean don't politicize this? Like, you say don't politicize this, and then you say he's mentally ill. Okay, well then let's do fucking adequate funding for mental health treatment. No, we can't do that. Okay, you say don't politicize this, and then you say, we say that he had a fucking gun and he should not have access to a weapon. You say, no, that's not happening. He also mentioned, the shooter quite literally mentioned Ben Shapiro in a song, by the way. His latest song, the one that came out a couple months back, I think, had Ben Shapiro as a reference in the song. So maybe that's the reason why he doesn't want the fucking to talk about the background of the shooter.
Ignore on behalf of the idea that this person was a Trump supporter. This is something they tried to pitch last night. I don't like this sort of stuff at all. Again,
yeah, that's why he doesn't want the background. He's like, I don't like this stuff. He's not a Trump supporter. He's doing the actually sweaty, not all Trump supporters that liberals love doing. He's literally, God, everyone is a liberal. Everyone in America is a liberal. We are all united by our liberalism. We can only be judged by our proximity to liberalism. That's the defining ideology, okay? The same level of hysterics and the same level of fucking, we really shouldn't normalize the notion that like Trump supporters are violent. It's awesome. It's fucking awesome. He's just like, he's pissed because people are adequately pointing out that and accurately pointing out that the dude had more, despite like being a mishmash of different ideologies, he had a closer approach to Trumpism than anything else. Now, is that the reason why he did this mass shooting? I don't know. I can't say. Looking at everything that he has posted so far, I don't think that was the main guiding factor. I think that the Trumpism came from the circles that he was involved in on the internet. These like incredibly socially isolated people. Okay? Because like it's not like he went and tried to shoot up a mosque because he was terrified that the Islamic scourge was taking over Canada like the Quebec shooter. That one you can point a direct line to Ben Shapiro. He had a Discord server called SS Bro. He was a definition all writer. No, I'm saying that he was definitely closer to MAGA, closer to alt-right. But I think his alt-right adjacent or alt-right ideology came from the fucking, came from the circles that he engaged in on the internet. He was terminally online. Get it? And those terminally online spaces, oftentimes, as you all already know, certainly have a alt-right tinge to it. Yeah, he was alt-right because he's an incel, not an incel because he's alt-right. Yeah.
I don't blame
Bernie. But ultimately, that distinction is insignificant in this circumstance. Want to stop gun violence? Let's prioritize jail criminals, target gangs, stop subsidizing fatherless homes. Wait, what? The shooter shouts out this little Fox News host guy? No, Jonestown Savage. This is not a Fox News guy. This is Ben Shapiro. Are we a terminally online community? Yes. Sometimes you got to fight fire with fire. Okay? One of my main leading principles, one of my main guiding principles is one of the main reasons why I'm doing this is to serve you top of the hour ad breaks and nothing else, really. Get you baited. Get fucked. Get you baited. Oh my God. Because at the top of the hour, there's a 6-second ad break, and I love serving that to you. I love soft serving that shit, hard serving it. I'm like my top of the hour ad breaks are basically like the ice cream, the Turkish ice cream vendor. You know what I mean? At the top of the hour, every hour, there's a 6-second ad break. I am on fire with these fucking segues today. Get debated, get fucked. And if you no longer want to see those ads, all you need to do is subscribe if you want an ad-free broadcasting experience. And then you can laugh at all the other people who are not, who are getting wrecked by the top of the hour ad break debate. Tamana, thank you for the 5. Get the subs, allowing 5 people to no longer see the ads. That is one other method you can avoid the ad breaks with. Here's the 1-minute ad break now. So, as I was stating, like I said, one of the main reasons why I do what I do is because I understand that the extremely online spaces oftentimes radicalize people in the wrong way. I would like to show you and make an argument for what you should actually be angry at. Okay? Because I understand why you feel isolated and angry. I want to create a space that is positive, though, in all of that darkness that you can find on the internet. And I think ultimately I've been relatively successful with that. There are plenty of fucking people that are in here that came from said communities. As a matter of fact, we saw a lot of those at WeebCon. Motherfuckers, I'm sub. Why did you give me an ad? You are dude with the nose. I hate to break it to you, but you're currently not subscribed. Okay? But do you get it? I see that. I see that there are spaces like that, which is why I try to organize and be a productive space for you, create a community that is otherwise helpful, that you can engage with in a positive capacity. And that goes for you too. If you're a conservative adjacent, I believe that you do have the capacity to change your mind, okay? And I will not hold your past idiotic statements against you. There are plenty of people we've banned and unbanned after them coming in here as hate watchers and saying dumb shit, getting banned immediately, and then 2 years later being unbanned because they're like, yeah, I was banned, and I still kept watching, and now I don't believe in any of the things I said in the past. You know? Let's continue.
Bernie Sanders, when a Bernie Sanders supporting crazy person shoots up Congress people at a baseball game. I don't blame Barack Obama when a Black Lives Matter supporting crazy person shoots up Dallas police officers. And I don't blame Donald Trump.
Wait, but he did. Wait, what? He literally did that. That's a lie. He absolutely did that. He straight up did that. What? Wait, hold on. Where the fuck is Ben? I need to pull this. Hold on. Pull that shit up, Hasan. I'm trying. I remember him vividly fucking showing vividly talking about like how I think it was on it was on Twitter. Was this it? So apparently we cannot point out that black lives taken by those who are not cops matter, even though those deaths are far more common because it's all about police brutality, but it's not. BLM rubric is, no, not this. The original one, like the old school one. This one is about Compton. No, the Dallas one. I remember specifically when he came out during Dallas, in the aftermath of the Dallas police shootings, okay, under the Obama administration, and literally was like, I'm not going to point to the Black Lives Matter as an ideology for why these police were killed, but I'm totally going to do that. You know what I mean? He does that thing all the time. No, not the Obama has time for Black Lives Matter. Oh, it might have been when he was talking about Bernie Sanders. Is Barack Obama responsible for the Dallas anti-terror attack? Obama didn't cause the Orlando shooting attack, but his failure to label it as Islamic jihadism surely stopped America from fighting it properly. Obama didn't cause the Dallas shootings, but his attempts to turn the conversation towards gun control and police brutality are just another way to avoid a real conversation about anti-white racism. So no, of course Obama isn't responsible for the Dallas shootings, but he's surely responsible for cultivating a racially polarized culture, ignoring the causes of anti-cop violence, and leaving cops out in the cold to fend for themselves. I'm not going to say Obama caused it, but Obama caused it. He said anti-white racism. It's better than I thought. It's better than I remember. There was another quote, though. It's not even this one. Oh, under this one. Yeah. If Trump is somehow responsible for the Whitmer terror attempt, then Bernie is responsible for the congressional baseball shooting, and Obama is responsible for the Dallas police massacre. This is a stupid and dangerous game. But also, Obama is responsible, but like not in the way that you think he is, but he kind of is. Man, it's a good thing Ben isn't the kind of flagrantly dishonest jackass who would have blamed Bernie Sanders for the Scalise shooting and then deleted that tweet just so he could make this patently hypothetical bullshit argument. Oh, what? Tell me again how Bernie Sanders never said anything that could have inspired this nutcase volunteer to try mass murdering Republicans. That's crazy. I guess he doesn't believe it. Why screenshot of a search result? I don't know. I guess this dude doesn't know how the Wayback Machine works. But Google caught it. Google cached it before, you know. Also, Ben constantly brings up that he doesn't blame Bernie. Yeah, he only brings that up when he's talking about fucking... He only brings that up when he's talking about how he's not responsible for, like, the Quebec mass shooting. Black Lives Matter puts feelings first, evidence last. Remember when he used to say facts don't care about your feelings, by the way? I wonder why he stopped that. Maybe because, like, too many people dunked on him regularly and said that, like, you know, the way that you're presenting evidence is actually incorrect and that facts don't care about your own personal feelings on the matter. As the families of slain police officers in Dallas, Texas prepared for the burials of their loved ones, America's top politicians from both sides of the aisle came to a consensus. They decided that the solution to racial tensions that have now resulted in the mass shooting of white police officers as well as a dramatically escalating murder rate in America's larger cities, was to talk about feelings. White police officers. Not a culture of crime in minority areas of America's major cities. Not the hamstringing of police departments by the Department of Justice or the nasty political-driven coverage of yet-to-be investigated police shootings by the media. No, said politicians. No, said our politicians. We had to discuss coming together in a sort of national group therapy session. Obama concluded holding the conch. All Americans should recognize the anger, frustration, and grief that so many Americans are feeling. Feelings that are being expressed in peaceful protests and vigils. Michelle and I share those feelings. Rather than fall into the predictable pattern of division and political posturing, let's reflect on what we can do better. How dare he say that? He's like mad that people were recognizing police brutality during the BLM protests. But if the political goal is to alleviate the feelings of discrimination, no endpoint can ever be reached so long as a disproportionate number of black people end up in prison. Oh my God. My man's just coming out, dude. Not because of discrimination in the criminal justice system, but because of a disproportionate number of black people committing crimes. Dude, this was so fire. I mean, look, I've been doing this for many, many years, right? I was a political commentator in 2016. I was public. I used to read this shit all the fucking time. At least now so many of you are aware of how fucking incredibly racist this is. And the only reason why you're aware of this and how racist this fucking attitude is, how racist this fucking take is because you understand the material conditions at play. You understand that simply reducing this to like black people are causing crime without recognizing the structural oppression that they face, without recognizing the underlying systemic reasons for why crime happens, you will arrive at this incredibly fucking racist take. Obama has time for Black Lives Matter, none for Scalia funeral. This is the longest way to say Black Lives Matter, like the hashtag, is just simply to make black people's feelings, to help black people's feelings. Okay? And also, it has nothing to do with like police brutality, which is not a factor here, and that it's just silly and stupid and radicalizing people without actually saying BLM is directly responsible for the police killing. But that's precisely the option foreclosed by Black Lives Matter, evidence last, feelings first, racialism, which we're learning, which we're now hearing from our loudest and most prominent voices. Interesting. Huh. Nice one, Ben. Thanks, Ben. Didn't either BLM take a donation money and buy a $7 million mansion? Yes. The Black Lives Matter organization, like the International Black Lives Matter organization or whatever, is run by questionable individuals, okay? But that is entirely separated from the actual people that say Black Lives Matter, okay, that are on the ground, community organizers that are protesting against police brutality. Those people fucking despise the national BLM organization. That's just for fucking liberals with fat pockets who don't know where to fucking give their money to. So they end up giving it to a group of people who can then use it to, do what every fucking philanthropic organization does. The movement is legitimate, justifiable, understandable, and good. The organization is not. The BLM house drama is literally the same as Hasan house drama. It's such fucking bullshit. No, I think that every fucking 501c3 operates in incredibly questionable ways. The hyper focus on BLM is because it's specifically, a hot button subject that people are trying to fucking attack. But you've seen me shit on the Time's Up organization. You've seen me shit on BLM as well. These people are fucking, they're just doing what every 501c3 does. A lot of 501c3s do. I am an entertainer. I am not a 501c3. I'm an entertainer that you're giving money to because you like what I have to say. You like the news coverage. You want to fund and support what I do. And then also on top of that, you like when I fucking have, Jenna Lynn Meowry on and Peach Jars on and we fucking work out. You know what I mean? That's like, that's entirely separate. The editorial freedom that you are affording me is entirely separate. And also I pay taxes. There's that too. And the gaming when I do it. This is not a charity. And I've never said it is.
When a crazy person who believes that they're a Donald Trump fan goes and does math. But in this case, there's not even evidence that the person was super political in any way. The person apparently...
What do you mean, dog? He literally had fucking photos of him draped. He went to like right-wing rallies. There's photos of him standing under a Blue Lives Matter flag. He went to the fucking motorcade and filmed Trump's motorcade. Like, he has a photo of himself draped in a Trump flag. Come on.
Apparently had postings from the left. The person apparently had postings from the right.
No, he didn't.
It doesn't matter.
No, people keep saying like, bro. People keep saying like he had postings on the left. Like, no, there is no like discernible, tangible thing that he had posted that was like from the left, okay? You're just fucking saying that because aesthetically he looks like, like what you have portrayed Antifa to look like, okay? That's it.
Matter. The person's crazy. Okay, so here is the actual video of the person. Is a crazy person. Is a person reaching into a bag for a gun, okay, and then walking through and simulating with Joker laughter a mass shooting at a school and simulating getting shot by the cops. Okay, it's extremely creepy stuff. That hysterical laughter, if you can see this person standing in a classroom, dropping bullets on the floor. It looks like bullets. walking through, I mean, it's like a full-built set. Standing in front of an American flag. Okay, this is creepy stuff. This is a crazy person. Okay, this is an insane person who wants attention. And the media will give him as much attention as he could possibly want. They'll mention his name over and over. They'll plaster his face, which is a crazy person. I'm going to say it again.
Well, technically, Ben's doing that too, but...
This person is mentally ill. It is obvious this person is mentally ill. To pretend otherwise is ridiculous. There must have been red flags galore. So the big failure here...
Yeah, the big failure, of course, is not the Illinois State Police refusing to fucking offer this person a license to purchase weapons. But the big red flags were ignored by, what, his family? Women that didn't want to fuck him, I guess, or whatever the fuck, like Tucker Carlson is saying. This person is mentally ill. Okay, Ben, should he have a gun?
We can talk about bipartisan failure. Where are the people around this person reporting them to the police? Apparently, this person was known to the police. We now know that. This person...
Wait, it's the family member's fault? I mean, yeah, sure. But also, at a certain point, he's got to fucking criticize the police, right? Like, at a certain point, he's got to say, like, the regulation failed because the people refused to implement the proper protocols.
Performed as a rapper and whose recent music videos included depictions of mass murder. This person's most recent video posted to YouTube showed him in the aftermath of a school shooting. It ended with this person draping himself in an American flag. Another music video showed a cartoon depiction of a man wearing a shirt with his YouTube channel's logo on it, holding a long gun, being shot by the police. This is not a shock when people like this do evil and terrible things. Apparently, the father had described this person as having emotional issues. Apparently, he used to like ride up and down the block on a motorized scooter playing extremely loud music for attention. And again, WGN is reporting this person was known to police. So immediately, this breaks down into person was a Trump supporter. The evidence that this person was a Trump supporter, supposedly, is that this person took a video of themselves at some sort of Trump rally. And at the Trump rally, the person is wearing a Where's Waldo outfit. So is the person...
Will he mention that he has a photo of himself draped in a Trump flag? Will he mention that? I mean, I don't know.
Just a troll or a joker? It seems so. Because this is what crazy online people do. So wearing Where's Waldo outfit, and so the entire left went Trump supporter. Well, that means that Trump's bad and the right is bad, and therefore we can blame our neighbor for the...
Wait. This dude literally... Ben is aware of this man's body of work, so he must be aware that that Ben Shapiro was literally name dropped, right?
Evil of an insane person. That's a symptom of a country that's breaking down. When your first move is, how do I blame my fellow American for this sort of stuff? And again, every one of these stories breaks down this way. So this is why, for the left, this immediately breaks down into talk over gun control. Because on gun control, you can blame your neighbor for some...
Wait, come on. He's not going to talk about how he was draped in the... Really? Ben's like, oh, this guy went to a Trump rally, but like, who knows? He was in a Where's Waldo outfit. He didn't have... He's saying this dude's a fake Trump fan. Okay. You have to fucking show that he had a photo with... You have... Come on, Ben. You're going to talk about his fucking bona fides? You're going to talk about how he wasn't a Trump... Dude, come the fuck on. By the way, there's motherfuckers that are in that... I know exactly what community that dude is from and what kind of fucking... the Where's Waldo shit and like what he's doing there. And there's some of you motherfuckers in here right now. I know. You can and should get better, okay? I promise. We know I mean, come on. I know exactly. Don't say it. Don't fucking say some dumb shit, chatters. Don't do it. Anyway. But, yeah. There are so many fucking Facebook memes about Bobby Cremo being Antifa or whatever the fuck, right? So many people are just like spreading that bullshit. Except this isn't real. This tattoo is not real. He doesn't have that tattoo. That's not real. But what is real is that they're saying that Cremo's account had like the Antifa flag or something is bullshit. And what is real is that he did have a video of the Trump convoy where you can hear him cheering. You also have him once again draped in fucking in a Trump flag. I'll show you that too. Things that Ben won't show you. Now, you can make the argument that like none of this it's not like the MAGA ideology that caused them to become a mass shooter. Okay? I mean, sure. Fine. You can have you can make that argument. Okay? But you can't say he wasn't like in any way closer to being a Trumper than anything else. The reason why Ben doesn't want to show that is because, he also, where the fuck is him in a fucking Trump flag? God damn it. Why can't I fucking find it? It's like all over Twitter. And then the one time I want to fucking show you, Jesus Christ. I hate this so much. It's so fucking annoying. The one when he's like standing on the chair. No, it's not a thin blue line flag, man. Shut the fuck up. Here it is. There you go. Thank you. No, this is him. There it is. The idea that like he's Antifa is just simply misinformation. But the idea that he is a Trump supporter is not that far removed from reality. But Ben won't show you that. Here he is with a Trump flag. Here he is right there at a Blue Lives Matter protest under the Blue Lives Matter flag. Here he is at another Trump rally. He's also filmed the Trump motorcade. But it hasn't fucking stopped. It has not stopped conservatives from just lying about the shooter's background and Ben refusing to engage with the actual evidence. Wait, is this real? I had not seen this one before. Here he is at another. This is him at another Trump rally? Well, I mean, I can't see his. Yeah, I know. I see him right here. I'm just saying. I don't know if it's like real or not. It is the same shirt though. But it doesn't matter. He's in plenty of goddamn Trump rallies. Okay.
Something that your neighbor had nothing to do with. This is why the left will say things like the NRA is to blame for mass shootings, or your neighbor who's a law.
Oh, does anyone have the song? The Ben Shapiro song? Here's another one. No, you don't understand, bro. He was ironically at the Trump rally, dude. Here's the song.
Bring the fire and the truth go. Rack and reload. Test the cheat codes. We don't need drugs. We are high on the beat, bro. I went zero to hero. Y'all been like Shapiro. Zombies all around me like I'm in the Twilight Zone.
There you go. Pics of him at a Trump rally. Him with a Trump flag. He has a tattoo of a RDM rose. I don't know if it's a 50-50 for me. Yeah. He must have been going to all of those places to infiltrate because he just despises Donald Trump. He doesn't have a shadow in the photo. Yeah, no, but neither did all those other people. So So yeah, man. So what's up? Why didn't Ben mention any of that, I wonder?
Law-abiding citizen who owns a long gun is responsible for a school shooting. So Joe Biden immediately released a statement, of course, calling for more gun control because he has a hammer in search of a nail when it comes to gun control.
Bro, what the fuck? Wait, what? Ben, you just said he's mentally ill. What do you think that means? Unless your argument right now, unironically, is like, no, mentally ill people should have access to even more guns than they do, then why do you have an issue with this? Yes, gun control failed in this circumstance, and there should be better gun control.
The statement says, Jill and I are shocked by the senseless gun violence that has yet again brought grief to an American community on this Independence Day. As always, we are grateful for the first responders and law enforcement on the scene. I recently signed the first major bipartisan gun reform legislation in almost 30 years into law, which includes actions that will save lives. But there is much more work to do, and I'm not going to give up fighting the epidemic of gun violence. Again, he only releases statements like this when a bunch of white people get shot, or unless a white supremacist shoots a bunch of black people. That is the only time that Joe Biden ever sounds off on issues like this. Meanwhile, the Illinois governor, J.B. Pritzker, he says it's time to talk gun control, because it's always time to talk gun control. Is it a day ending and why? Time to talk gun control. Let's do it.
I'm furious that children and their families...
Yeah, it's so fucked up to talk about gun control. What does Ben want to talk about in this situation? Like, straight up. What does Ben want to talk about? Like, what is the nail? What will solve this problem? Because, like, it kind of seems like he just wants to exclusively talk about not covering the background of the shooter. That's all he's done so far is like, don't talk about the background of the shooter. Also, here's a music video. Also, he's mentally ill. Also, the police knew about him. But also, don't do gun control. What do you mean? What is the? How do we solve this then?
Have been traumatized. I'm furious that this is happening in communities all across Illinois and America. I'm furious because it does not have to be this way. And yet we as a nation...
It's so weird, bro. If a fucking levee fails, levee fails, during a hurricane or some shit, levee, not levee, sorry. If a levee fails or a dam breaks in the middle of a fucking hurricane, and a politician comes out and says, hey man, we have to fucking fix these levees. Ben Shapiro's like, no, actually, this is not time to politicize this problem. Why would you talk about the dams and the levees? What the fuck? That's why this happened, dumbass. It flooded a fucking neighborhood. What do you mean? No, sorry, we can't do it. And by the way, the other part of this that's psychotic is that that's a fucking actual naturally occurring phenomena. That's a hurricane. This is guns. You don't have to have a gun. The most predictable motherfuckers on the planet in this chat, I swear to God. You are so pathetic sometimes, chat. Oh my God. Voice crack, voice crack. We got him, boys. We got him. He did a voice crack. God damn it, chat.
Well, we continue to allow this to happen. While we celebrate the 4th of July just once a year, mass shootings have become our weekly, yes, weekly, American tradition. There are going to be people who say that today is not the day, that now is not the time to talk about guns. I'm telling you, there is no better day and no better time than right here and right now.
Really? There's no better day and no better time to talk about it than like immediately while the bodies are still...
Dude, what do you mean? What do you mean, Ben? In the United States of America, mass shootings are so commonplace, as J.B. Pritzker also adequately pointed out, that like there is no fucking off season. There is no off season. I can't believe this fucking shit stain is still unironically doing that classic old ass argument of like, let's not talk about it right now. Let's not politicize this tragedy. Bro, we know there is no other time to talk about it because it happens every day. And you know that, and I know that, and I know that you are literally fucking using that don't politicize the tragedy immediately after the tragedy argument, specifically because you know there's another tragedy twice a day.
In the streets, that's like the very best time of all the times to talk about this sort of stuff is the time to talk about gun control. By the way, Illinois has extraordinarily heavy gun control laws.
Which failed. They failed. Time to strengthen them.
Chicago has extremely, extremely heavy gun control laws. Tammy Duckworth, the senator from Illinois, she's doing the same thing. She's talking about how we have to get rid of assault weapons.
I was just on the phone.
Like, what's Ben's solution? What's Ben's solution to this guy? This instance. That's crazy. Ben's solution, unironically, is just don't talk about it. It's better to just like avoid thinking about these things and just continue on, move on with your life. Just live through it, you know, learn to dodge better, I guess. But such is the way of conservatism. And that's another reason why I get so fucking mad when dumbasses like, Hasan, you're a grifter, Hasan, you're a grifter. You know how easy it is to be a conservative grifter? Look, Ben covered this issue for 10 minutes. And literally all he said was just don't think about it, dude. Don't think about it. That's all he did. That's how fucking simple it is, dude. No need to like examine structural conditions. No need to examine the underlying material realities, isolation whatsoever. Don't politicize this. Don't think about it. Move on with your life. Learn how to dodge bullets.
Senator Durbin, who is driving here as quickly as he possibly can to come to Highland Park. And he also sends his condolences and his thoughts. And, you know, he and I recently in the Senate last month proved that bipartisan compromise on gun safety is possible. Today, we have seen that we can't just stop there. We have to do more to keep our communities safe. We have to get rid of assault weapons, high-capacity magazines, and so many other additional common sense reforms that wide majorities of Americans are crying out for.
Okay, there's a blemish on the body politic, graver cancer in the body politic. Gun rights are bad. State differentiation on the basis of gun rights are bad. Remember, she's a federal.
Oh, state differentiation on the basis of gun rights are bad? What do you mean? The Supreme Court that you defend unironically just decided that state differentiation on gun laws, on like, meaningful legislation to prevent people from getting guns, only goes as far as whatever the Supreme Court decided is reasonable.
Federal official. She's a senator. At least Pritzker's a governor. She's a senator.
Again, though, 9 minutes and 38 seconds so far, and not a single solution has been presented.
She doesn't make domestic Illinois law. She's a federal senator. The same left will call for the Supreme Court. The Supreme Court's very bad. Right? Doesn't matter. There's a right to keep and bear arms in the Constitution of the United States, which was designed to prevent the federal government from getting involved in these issues. The left wants the federal government. Joe Biden wants to be involved in these issues. That is no longer a principle that we hold in common. How's this for a title? Ben.
Look at that face. Anyway, so Ben had no solutions.